Well, here we are. You asked for it. We're going to go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison on these two speakers. A couple things before we get started. I'm not going to do a real deep dive on these. I'm going to go over the main specs, have a look at the back panel, some of the inputs, features and such, and then at the end, we're going to do a sound test. Also, just to be crystal clear, I'm not here to crap on anybody's speaker purchases, preferences, likes, or anything else. I'm only here to show you these two speakers to show you what the differences are so you can make maybe a more informed purchasing decision when it comes time to pull the trigger on something like this. I don't work for either one of these companies. I don't have to do this video. I'm just doing it. And welcome to my channel if you've ever been here before. I'm Brian. My videos are not fancy. I don't do cool montages and fun music and silly stuff. My videos are very punk and straight to the point. I've been doing this for 15 years. I'm here to help. Welcome. So with those things being said, let's go ahead and get started. The Bose is a little deeper than the Everse 8, but everything else is pointing to the EV being larger, and you can see that obviously in the picture you're looking at. As far as the weight goes, they're about the same. The EV weighs about a pound more. The Bose weighs 15.7 pounds and the EV weighs 16.8 pounds, so it's like 1.1 pound heavier. Battery life. The Bose website says that the S1 Pro goes up to 11 hours, where on the EV site, they're saying that at max SPL, cranked up, the battery is going to go for 6 hours, but at moderate levels, it can go for 12 hours plus. Now, a lot of you may be asking, well, what's the watts? Don't worry about watts. It doesn't matter. Watts is power consumption, not power output. We're worried about SPL, sound pressure level, which is measured in decibels. So peak SPL on the Bose S1 Pro is 109 decibels. And peak SPL on the Everse 8 is 121 decibels. So we're talking about the difference of 12 decibels. There are apps that you can connect to each one of these speakers. The Bose has something called Bose Connect. And what that does is it allows you to manage some of your Bluetooth devices. It looks like it also lets you measure the battery level of your S1 Pros. Maybe you have two of them. You can check to see what the battery level is of each one of them. And it also allows you to transmit a signal to both speakers at once wirelessly. I don't see that it does much else than that. If you use the Bose Connect system and it does more, please let me know in the comment section, but that's all I could really find on it. As far as the Everse 8 goes, that takes advantage of the EV Quick Smart mobile app, and that's really advanced. On some of the other Electro-Voice products like the Evolve 30M or the Evolve 50M, the Quick Smart mobile app works like a band mixer, where you can mix multiple channels with effects and volumes and EQs and all kinds of neat stuff via a Bluetooth on either your smartphone or your tablet. On the back of the S1 Pro, you get two combination inputs, which accept either quarter-inch or XLR. There's also a reverb on each one of these channels. It's kind of an echo effect, cool for an instrument or a microphone or whatever. You can adjust that to be wet or dry, however much reverb you want. You also get bass and treble. And a volume. There's no mid, just bass and treble. There's also this tone match switch. You can either switch it to instrument or mic. I did some research on this and I didn't see much about it. So I'm assuming it's kind of like a smart DSP that you can use. There's also this channel 3 and 4, if you will, which is stereo. You can run your Bluetooth music through this, through your phone or your tablet or whatever, or you can plug it in with the mini jack right here. And there's a volume for that as well, but there's no EQ on this. This is your line out. This is what's going to connect this speaker to another speaker, which I believe you can also do wirelessly with the Bose Connect app. and of course an on-off switch and your IAC power. Now moving on to the Everse 8, again you have two combination inputs for either 1/4 inch or XLR. There's also a mix out. This time we get it as an XLR. There's a foot switch here that is for an instrument. You also get this input 3 and 4, just like on the Bose unit, where you can either plug in your mini plug here for your phone or your tablet or whatever, or you can Bluetooth it. There's also a charging port on here. It's a USB-C charging port for your phone or tablet. And then down here, there's a DC power, so you can power up a wireless microphone receiver. And there's a tray available that goes on the top of this. The cable comes with the tray. I don't know much about this yet, so I'm going to be getting into this a little later on, but there is the ability to have a 12-volt power source built into the speaker for something like a wireless microphone receiver. Of course, your power switch, where you plug in your IAC cable for charging. You're not seeing anything here EQ-wise, and that's because that is all up here in the DSP menu. There's a main channel that actually has a 7-band EQ on it, and then each individual channel, including the stereo channel over here, input 3 and 4, has its own high, mid, and low EQ. And there's also some cool digital signal processing in there where you can select things like music, club, vocal, those kind of things. Alright, so this is the second time I'm attempting this sound demo video. The first time I did it, the audio was distorted on the camera. It has something to do with the microphone, and it's just a built-in microphone on this camera. It's something special. So I've adjusted the volumes on things, brought them down low, just to kind of give you a sound quality demo. So I'm going to play a track, and it's one of those royalty-free songs, nothing too exciting, but it's a clean track. I've used it before for audio demos on YouTube. I've got the Bose speaker going first, and the volume is at halfway. I don't know if that's like 5 or 0 dB, but the volume on the auxiliary channel is at halfway. There's no EQ to adjust there, so we can't do that, but let's go ahead and have a listen. Okay, there is the Bose S1 Pro. Now let's try this Everse 8. What I've done with this is I've taken the volume and I brought it down to like -5 dB, and because I have an EQ on here, I have taken like 6 dB out of the mid too. And on the digital signal processing, it's in music. So there's several different choices. You can do club or vocal or live. It's on music. So let's switch the MIDI plugs around. This is doing this hot, by the way. There we go. Let's start this track over. I hope that gave you kind of an idea of what's going on with these two speakers. I'm sorry that there's not a better way to do this. Audio is very hard to do demos in this format. You almost have to be there to hear stuff. Remember, I don't sell speakers, so which one did you like best? That's up to you. One may work better than the other for you. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just here to try to help you make an educated choice when it comes time to make a purchase like this. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.